Welcome back, everybody, to the Not Whole Game. We're atop the Mickey and Friends parking structure, checking out, as usual, the backside of Battle Escape, where it's the same as last week. Well, why do I even film this spot anymore? Is a good question. The view from Mickey and Friends barely changes. There has to be major visible changes for me to notice anything, but today there's just not so much going. The best views today are from the rivers of America still. But we're going to look in there anyway. Here's the top of Battle Escape. I mean, really, what's left to look at here is the evolution of, the rock work and how it develops into certain phases. But there's nothing new being added recently here. I feel like they may have, hit the limit on how many spires, etc., we can expect to see. I am really looking forward to seeing how those forced perspective spires develop, though. I think in the coming weeks I'm going to make an effort to try to find them from the rivers, because that would be interesting, because that's pretty much how you're going to see them, only is from that perspective. And then last week I promised that we would do a little before and after examination of the Millennium Falcon spires, which we're looking at now. But we're not from this angle. I think rather I'm gonna wait till we get down to the far left-hand side of the parking structure, what I call the Millennium Falcon side, and do our analysis from there. Birds. Which we have arrived. There again is a look at those swiftly developing spires. They're going to be like, digits, like the other ones we've seen before, obviously. But let's stop here while my camera's freaking out and take a look at the evolution, as I mentioned, of the Millennium Falcon spires. And we don't have to go back all the way to the beginning, because it took a long time for us to even get to the Millennium Falcon show building. So the first look we're going to take is from June of 2017, 15 months ago. Exactly, actually. And you can see they're just starting to build the structure. Man, again, I just said this, the same thing happened last week, man. I'm just flashing back. Okay, now here's October of 2017, and they finally started to build, those initial spires, and the meshwork is starting to form. And the roof isn't complete yet for the show building for Millennium Falcon, so everything is kind of just, wow, in its early stages. And this is about 4 months later. I don't have a date on this one. 4 months later, I think this one is. It's funny because the growth of the Galaxy's Edge, the Battle Escape building, has limited our view of the Millennium Falcon building, because these views are more or less the same. One's zoomed in a little bit, but if you go back and forth, it's just, everything has just been blinded by Battle Escape. It's just an enormous building. My goodness, that is an enormous building. But anyway, and then this is what, April or so of this year, and it still has that sort of, I don't know, three-peak kind of look to it. Even though the everything around it is starting to grow and fill out, there was a long time when I thought that was going to be the extent of the Millennium Falcon building, just those three spires. But as we look to today, there's now, it's doubled almost. There's a good 5 or 6 spires there. We can't see all of them from here, but I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, yeah. Maybe 6 different spire structures, plus the force perspective stuff that's out of frame right now. The Millennium Falcon building has really evolved quite a bit, and we'll continue. A lot of people have asked if they are going to finish the backside of Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge. In other words, will it look this bad always from behind? Kind of like the way the backside of DCA looks, with Radiator Springs and California Screaming? And the answer to that is no, they will not finish the backside. I'm sorry to say, this is how it's going to look from the backside, as you pull into the Making Friends parking structure. You're always going to see this unfinished look, always. Let's go over the Rivers of America, and part of the reason why I wanted to take some of those extended looks at the rivers was because, let's head over to the Rivers of America, where they close the top deck, so we're on the middle deck, so we're not going to get as good a view this week as we normally get, but it's still pretty fun, pretty good looks. Always poles in the way, though. I am just fascinated with that one rock spire, the main one, the prominent one, on the right side of the frame there. How detailed that is. There won't be very many good looks of stuff going on the far right side of Battle Escape today because of on the second deck. Look at that. Why am I impressed with that every single week? Maybe that's why I like the rivers so much, this new rivers, because that rock work still amazes me too. The finished stuff that they did, for the rivers, that rock work right there in front of us. Every week when I ride by that, I'm impressed. The waterfalls and the trees. They do an amazing job with that. They really do. I think it gets taken for granted. So that's how I get my view when I'm on the second floor. I got to go all the way to the end of the Mark Twain and stick my arm out like that. Do a little zoom in, and then it looks like normal, right? But no, I'm actually leaning the heck out of the Mark Twain right now. I'm surprised there wasn't a cast member yelling at me, because they always do. Facing the wrong way or keeping my arms and hands and feet outside the vehicle. And it looks to me, I think I'm going to check this out. It looks to me like they're building almost like a second arch. We've got the one that we've been watching the last few weeks. That's in the middle of the frame between those two trees. I guess I'm going to skip it now. But that looks like another arch back there. It's got, it's under the whitewash stage of coating, for the rock work. And here I'm on the other side of the Mark Twain. This is I forget, starboard or the port side. This is the port side. I had to do the 4-letter thing just now. I think the boat stopped. There's that, what do you want to call it? Platform that we've been watching also last couple weeks. I've confirmed, by the way, that we will not be able to see that, the aircraft, the spaceship or whatever from here. We're at Chippendales. We're not going to be able to see it anywhere until it's done. But this is an opportunity. I felt like I wanted to do this again, do a little before and after from the treehouse. We've only been coming here since June. It seems like a lot longer, but here's what it was. This is from June. Very clear view. I was so impressed with this view when we first got here because it was so clear. You could see everything very well. Here's July, and things have starting to, that spire. Remember, it was just a metal frame the first time we're here. Now we're getting scaffolding and mesh being applied, and the domes are starting to crop up. Right now we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 domes maybe, whereas in the first back in June you could only see really a couple. And then here's August. You got 3 spires under scaffolding, where there was only 1 in the month prior, with mesh work, etc. So there's a lot of advancement there. But check out how many domes now there are. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just in this shot, there's 8. And if we go to today, I mean they're everywhere. And they're all getting fully developed. And the spires are still under scaffolding and scrimwork, and we've seen 2 new peaks develop, 2 new spires on the way. Those weren't even there a month ago, I don't think. 2 new peaks on the way on the right side of your frame there. Let's get a little closer, and you can count on with me now. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Right, at least 4. Just Dome City. And we haven't, that's not even, yeah, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. More coming out of the frame. There's one that's still under the steel framework. That's 11. They just haven't put the finishing touches on it. Maybe we got to do a little in-depth look at those domes and see how they've progressed. That'd be fun. Maybe next time, guys. Let's get back to Rivers of America. I think I'm going to try another crack at that new archway that is being right there. That white rock work in the top of the frame. It's like albino rock, isn't it? But see that gap right there? Like, they're not going to close that up. So it's not like as narrow an archway as the other one is. It's much thicker and fuller, but it still is, it's going to be something that you can see through. Oh no. No, we're not done. Trees, no. Oh man. I guess that's it. Well, thanks for watching our update from the Knothole gang for Galaxy's Edge, and we'll take this lovely stroll down the Rivers of America. See that looked like rain. That's the smoke coming off the steam coming off the smokestack on the Mark Twain. And we'll send you off with this, guys. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Obviously tomorrow we've got a really cool update. I hope you're here. If you're still watching, make sure you don't miss the update for our parks construction, because it's really cool. Check it out. Till next time, guys. Fresh baked. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh baked!